transformation, translations. I will construct geometric translations with coordinates and vectors.
Thank you. Thank you so much for reading my horrible handwriting. As I wrote the wrong word and I realized I was in pencil, so I was like, oops, can't change it now. All right, so our first word was transformation, and y'all had said at the beginning that it was like, yeah, the shape changed somehow. So yeah, we're going to be changing our shapes. Our first transformation, our first big change that we're going to look at is the translation, which you guys were talking, English to Spanish, or it's moving around somehow. What does this mean? A congruence transformation. Same. So it's some sort of transformation, some sort of change, but it's going to preserve same size, same shape of this object. It's like going from English to Spanish. Yes, you're making a change, you're shifting languages, but you're saying the same thing. You're not changing the meaning of what you're trying to say. You're just changing the word. And in geometry, our translation, or even in algebra, our translation is going to change the location of the figure, and it does that by sliding it around. So while some cases we could end up with a figure that looks like it's been spun around, it really doesn't get spun around. It just gets slided and shoved all over the place. A vector is one of the ways that we do it. And I heard kind of while we were doing it, it's like, oh, that guy from Despicable Me. What do you remember about that guy?
He's crazy.
Yeah, he's crazy. He had the orange jumpsuit. He loves orange. Huh? And he always got mad at people because people thought his name was Victor, but it's not Victor, it's Vector. And what was his evil genius weapon of choice? The freeze gun. A freeze ray.
No, Miss, no, it was the little piranhas.
The piranhas. He liked that one too, but he was really known for the freeze and the shrink ray. He had his shrink ray and he had his freeze ray. Okay, she went because if you read our definition of a vector, when I watched the movie in the theater with my husband and my daughter, and he came out on screen with his freeze ray and went, I'm Vector, I lost it. I started laughing, coke coming out my nose. It was just, and my husband's going, what is wrong with you? Don't make fun of the guy just because he's got big old glasses and a silly tracksuit. I was like, no, he's, right. I was like, he's a vector. And he's like, and my daughter's looking at me. And then she leans over my lap and goes, I think it's a math joke, Dad. And he was like, oh, and then patted me on the head. And we continued to watch the movie. I don't remember what happened after that because I was just too busy laughing every time he came on screen. It's like, he's a vector because he has rays. Yeah.
Direction and magnitude.
And the ray, this special ray, the vector.
He says that.
He does. He gives a direction, tells you where you're going that way. And a magnitude, how far? Yeah, my husband rolled his eyes at me very badly for the rest of the movie. I need to rewatch it so I can figure out what happens at the end because he did his little dance, direction and magnitude. I lost it. I died laughing. And that was it. Game over. I don't know the rest of the movie. So here's what, he does this little dance and it's like, okay, but what does this mean that it gives a direction and a magnitude? Well, if I did a vector with my voice, it would sound something like this. I tell you what direction I needed you to walk in, and then the volume that I set it in will tell you how far I need you to move. So I'd go forward. Okay, I'm just going to go a little bit, right? Or I go backwards, and you'd move. Freak out. Yeah, freak out, oh my God, and run backwards.
Stick up.
There you go. So that's what a vector would feel like, yeah? So we're going to do these constructions, this translation with a vector. Having this ray tell us what direction we're moving the thing and how far we're moving it, right? So let's go to our study guides.